God says that. Not your next door neighbor, not your spouse, not your children, grandchildren making promises. Sometimes they can keep them, sometimes they can't. God says, I will answer you. So every prayer, every moment of prayer, you're talking to God. God is listening. It's in the picture is in the Greek is that when he has an ear, it means that his ear, and there's a scripture in Psalm, and I couldn't really find it, but it's like he puts his ear. Let's say that this is your problem right here. He puts his ear down on your problem. That's the picture of that Hebrew word. He listens to you. He understands what you're going through, and he will meet that needed answer. So, now some of you are familiar with George Mueller. He was a man known for taking care of children, homeless children, in England. And I came across this little article, and it just shows you again the power of prayer. And I've heard many stories about George Mueller. Looked down on the streets of Bristol, England, and saw hundreds of homeless children, and was so moved with compassion to them, and he decided that something had to be done. But he only had 2 pence in his pocket, 2 cents, 2 pennies. So he decided to start an orphanage. In 60 years, beginning with those 2 pence, George Mueller took care of 10,000 orphans. He looked out and saw homeless kids that he could have said, I don't have any money, there's no way I can care for them to meet their needs, to buy their food. Instead, he looked at them and said, I will reach out and help them with God's help. During his 60 years of ministry, George Mueller never solicited funds from anyone. Instead, he committed himself to pray and ask God for what he needed to keep the orphanage running. During his 60 years of ministry, George Mueller kept a record of his prayers. And his prayer records filled more than 3,000 pages. His notes show that 30,000 times in 60 years, God answered George Mueller's prayers. Wow, what a testimony to Jeremiah 33:3. As someone has said, the secret to answered prayer, unanswered prayer, is to pray. The secret to unanswered prayer is to pray. See what God has.